Welcome gamers, welcome to another playthrough. This time I'm playing Periorbis. I'm playing this solo, I'm playing this with an unofficial solo variant you can find on Board Game Geek. There is an AI and you can actually play against two AIs, which is much more fun. The AIs are called Iris, so this is Iris, let's say in yellow and in green, or just our AI. As usual, this is not a rules explanation video. I'll show a bit of the game, especially how the AI works, but I want to do that while playing just to keep it entertaining. But I want to give a bit of information every now and then. So I am blue. I have my headquarters here. So this board is actually larger, but well, I didn't have the space for it, so I tucked it under the game board. We have to deal with it. I have 3 standard employees and 1 random employee, and I have my favorites, and I hope one of my favorites show up. Chaka, the scientist. Yeah, that's employee number 4. So what are we doing here? We are mining. We are mining ore from those asteroids. And depending on the rounds, the asteroids will be closer or further away from our home planet, represented by the rings here. I'll explain that a bit later. This is our turn marker. These are setups for the solo version only. I'll talk about that later. I got my 4th employee. Let's see, what else do we need? We need 2 trading ships that arrive because we're 3-player. That's 1 and that's 2. And sorry for the glare if there's 1 because the cards are sleeved. And we need to determine player order. So let's say this is always a reverse player order. So the player who has most points gets to be last player. So let's see who is the last one. I just shuffle those up in my hand and drop one. Come on! Ah, yellow. And then we go for green. So yeah, looks like I'm starting player. That's fun. That's great. This is just my player token. I got my 50 bucks. And actually, we can already start. This is the points track. This is my fleet capacity. I can transport a maximum of 3 goods. That's or people in a turn. And this is the drive technology, which determines how far I can drive. At the moment, we're all at level 1, so we can only drive to those planets shown on the inner ring. This is our turn marker. We're playing 12 turns. And the first turn, asteroid A, B, and C, which are A, B, and C, are within reach. If we had a higher drive technology, D and J would also be in reach, but at the moment it's only A, B, and C. Okay, what are we going to do? We have tons of different actions which you'll learn in the course of the game. Let's say employee number 3, which is a standard employee, he will build. It's building a mining base, okay? So I'll just, how do I mark it? Usually there are places where you can place them, the marker, so I just place them down here. Now he has activated actually, and he's building a mining base on an asteroid within reach. And let's see, this asteroid brings 4 black ore and 2 gray. We have 3 and 5, and we have 5 and 5. But the problem is asteroid C will not be in reach next turn. So I'm going to go for A or B. I'm going to go for B. I'm going to build on this spot. I'll build my mining base, and it cost me 10 credits. Here are my 10 credits, and they are gone. In this game, you do all the actions, and then it's the next player's turn. So I'm going to send, I'm going to use employee number 2. And all employees can do all actions, but some are just better at specific actions. And I'm using him as a pilot, and he can transport 2 guys or and he will transport employee number 1 to here. You can only transport unactivated employees. And for the second transport, I want to keep my scientist here. So that's all he did. Then this guy up here will mine an ore, and he'll start mining the black ore because he can mine black and gray. And this means this black ore is now mined. He's activated. And the scientist, he has his research ability, which is for one research action, which is free. He can research twice and he can produce 2 data. Since the data spots are up there, I just put it on the researcher, okay? This is data. We use data later to upgrade our fleet capacity or our drive technology. And that's almost it. Each employee has a wage. The standard has wage 1, it's on the bottom right corner, and this guy has 2, which is 5 in total, so I have to pay 5. Give away 20 and get back 15. And that's it. All my employees activated, I paid them. Now let's go to Iris, and it's green. She's going first. So the AIs don't have the worker disks. The disk here is just a placeholder for the, I call it quarter, because these will be increasing each quarter, and I already found I placed them on the wrong spots. They go here, okay. So this is not an employee. Now what will she do? We will draw a card and then we go from top to bottom. She will research the amount shown here. Q is 1. So this is only for drive technology. They have their own research track for it. And when they reach space 5 or 13, they increase drive technology. So she advanced by 1. Then she'll build a base if the number of bases she has is less than Q plus 1. Q is 1, so 2, she has no bases. With a drive technology level of 1, she can only reach A, B, and C. And she built on the most productive accessible asteroid. And this is, of course, we have 7, we have 6 in total, and this has 10. So she'll build a base here. Next, she will mine on all bases. She has 1 base. She prefers black, so she's mining 1, and she has her first ore mined. And then she'll sign the contract. You can sign a contract with those transport ships because they give you money. When you deliver ore, they'll give you money and victory points. Ore is the only way to get victory points here. It's not a point set, which is pretty cool at this game. So let's see. She'll sign the contract with the highest commitment value. We have 2, 1, and 1. That's the left number. But a maximum of ore plus Q. She has 1 ore, Q is 1, so 2. She can sign a 2 commitment contract. And since there are 2, she'll sign the one with the higher advanced payment. As it's the case with most AIs, she doesn't need any money, she doesn't pay anything, she doesn't gain anything. It's only about victory points. And she'll add an agent. Number of agents is Q, so 1 agent, which is kind of a safety if she doesn't fulfill her 2 ore. Okay, then she will transport ore. She can only transport ore from a planet within reach, from an asteroid within reach. She will transport Q plus 1, which is up to 2, but she only has 1 ore. And of course, she will transport the ore to the ship where she has a contract. This is the minimum required ore, those with the arrows. And when they are filled, the ship will leave at the end of the round. That's her turn. Let's see what Iris, our yellow player, will do. Her research will go up by 1. She'll build a base, And there's a special rule: when you play with more than 2 players, among the eligible asteroids, she will build on an asteroid that is empty. So she'll build her mine here, her mining base. Then she'll mine, of course, preferring black. She'll sign a contract. Again, the maximum commitment value is or, this is 1, plus 1 for Q, this is 2, and there's only one contract with 2 commitment value left, and she goes there, and she'll add 2 agents, Q plus 1. Cool, got that. And then she'll transport ore, and again she only has 1 ore left to transport, so she'll go here. No employees, no wages to pay for the irises. Now we're at the end of the first turn. We have a look at the trading ships. Since they haven't reached their minimum capacity here, they will not leave. Then we have an employee pool. And here we draw 5 employee cards. And these are new guys we can hire. So what do we have? We have a contractor, we have another scientist, we have a miner. Those guys are great but very expensive. We have a regular employee and we have an engineer. I want the engineer. So actually I have first choice. These all have their wages and the initial cost is 5 times their wage, which would be 3, which would be 15 for this guy. But really, I want him. So I'll pay 15. Got this. We'll add him here in my 5th spot. He'll get disc number 5. By the way, these can go back. Miners will stay on their asteroid. And if I want to hire more, I have to remove those cards to create more space, which is expensive, of course. Now, for the AIs, I'll grab into this bowl. Okay, let's put it a bit closer, maybe here. And without looking, of course, and I draw a colored cube. And if there is an employee of that color, which is this one, purple, okay, the miner, it is gone. That easy. And for the second AI, she'll go for orange. There's no orange. I bought this one. And she'll take the contractor. So they're actually just removed. All employees that haven't been bought are getting cheaper, only 4 times their wage. My wage goes up. We reset playing order, and player order is usually first determined by victory points. We have an equal amount of victory points. Then the tiebreaker would be the wage track, but since the AIs don't have wage tracks, it is the number of ore they have on ships. They have an equal amount, so they just change places. That's that, and then the turn marker goes to the next turn. Turn 2. And we can see that A and B is still in reach, but C no longer. And now D is in range. Now let's see what we can do. First of all, before I forget it, this guy up there will mine another ore. Now he has 2, which means I could actually transport 2 to a ship. Or I leave the ship. I have to pay 8 at the end of the round. So I have to have 12 to spend. I can research by 2. And this guy can upgrade cheaper. Upgrading fleet capacity or drive technology costs 5 data. We have 2. But he has skill by 1, which means he reduces the cost by 1. Do I want to have a contract? If I make a contract there, I could get some money because I'm running out of money pretty fast. Okay, let's do that. By the way, I'm not the best player at this game, okay? Just trying to do my best here. So, number 3, we'll make a contract. He doesn't have any special contract skills, so he'll just sign this contract. It has a commitment value of 1 and advanced payment of 5. So I get 5 credits. Okay. Next, the pilot can fly up to 2, in this case, or either to the headquarters or to the transport ships or in any combination. So only one of those give me points, but both give me money. So do I want to waste a point? I could also store one in my ore storage, but I think, yeah, I want to have the money. I need the money. Okay, and now next question. If I'm getting money, do I want to go for more employees? Yeah, I think I want to have more employees. So to remove this card, we have to pay 12 credits, but the engineer can reduce that by 7, which means 5, and I think we're going to do that. For 5, I remove this card so I can hire another employee and put him here. I could also replace the other ones. And our scientists will go and produce 2 more research data. That's the end of my turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. I have to pay 8 in wages. So from 20, there is only 12 left. Now we have Iris in yellow. Let's see what she does. She advances her research by 1. She'll build another base if she has less than Q plus 1, which is 2, and she has less than 2. So she will build another base. And the system for 3 players is a bit more complex than for 2 players. For 2 it's pretty easy. So she will have a look at the 2 most productive asteroids, and among these she will choose the one with the least mining bases. Of course, she won't consider asteroids where she already has a mining base. And this is pretty obvious. She'll build on Datura because she can reach it. She will mine on all bases. She'll mine 1 ore here and 1 ore here. Then comes the sign contract step. And Iris will only sign a second contract if the first one is fulfilled. And she hasn't fulfilled hers because she had to deliver 2 and only could deliver 1. And this ship is already full, so no new contract. And she will transport 2 ore. In this case, since the ship is full, she doesn't have a contract here, she'll store it in the ore storage. Now let's go to Miss Green here. Miss Green draws a card and her research goes up by Q plus 1, which is 2. Then she'll build a base if the number of bases is lower than Q minus 1, which would be 0, a minimum of 1. She already has 1 base, so she won't build a new one. She'll mine on that base. You can always mine on an asteroid even if you cannot reach it. She doesn't sign another contract because hers is not fulfilled yet. And she would love to transport an ore, but actually C is out of reach. So that's her turn. Now we're at the end of turn 2. Now we see if the ships leave. This ship leaves because it has at least his minimum requirement. And that will mean, for me, I have 2 ore, but I only get victory points for 1 ore because that's my commitment I made. So I get 1 victory point. And then I get credits for each ore independent of my commitment value, and each ore gives 12 money, that's 24. This is mine. Iris doesn't gain any. Iris doesn't care actually about credits. So she would actually gain 2 points, but she only has 1 ore, so she gains 1 point. And she would lose 1 point per ore she didn't deliver, but each agent makes up for 1 she would lose, so it's kind of a safety here. So no penalty for her, that's that. Cubes go back, this ship is gone and a new ship arrives. And they're all different, they look similar, but they are different and they'll increase. Now, next is the employee pool. We add 2 cards and then we add cards until we have 2 more than players. So what do we have? We have a pilot, he can transport 4 in 1 flight, which is awesome. Another standard guy, and we have another miner. Ooh, okay, let's see. I have first choice again. The regular miner can mine 1 black or 1 gray ore. This miner can mine 2 black in one action. And later there are miners that can mine white ore. And you can see those are very rare, but these will be gone pretty soon. Okay, I think I'm going for the miner here. And he costs me 3 times 5 is 15 again. Let's say 20. Okay, and he increases my wage bill by 3. So we're at 11. These guys can go back already, and we have our 6th employee. Now, let's see. The first AI will grab an orange one. There's no orange one. A blue one, which is the pilot, of course. And of course, this bowl is seated in a way that the more important guys will get removed, more likely. And then we have 2 standard guys, and there are no cubes for standard guys in here, so I'll draw as long as I'll draw a yellow one. This one gets cheaper, only 3 times the price, and this is 4 times his wage. Now we determine new player order. The person in last place, according to victory points, is first in player order, and since there's a tie on the rest of us, we'll change places. Now I'm last, and looks like I deserved it. Okay, turn number 3. Now in turn number 3, we can only reach A, C, and E. E is the new one. And of course, I'd love to send my new miner, which is good with black ore, to E. But I'm last in player order, so let's see what the girls are doing. So green starts, and she'll increase her research by Q plus 2, which is 3. 1, 2, 3. She crossed the drive space, so her drive increases by 1. Now she can reach the inner and the middle ring. She can also reach F and H. Interesting. She'll build a new base if she has less than Q, less than 1. She has 1, so she won't build another one. She'll mine on all her bases, a black one. And she won't sign another contract because she already has one and it's unfulfilled. Now she'll transport Q minus 1, she'll transport 0. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, let's see how this turns out. So she's actually saving her ore. Okay, now we have yellow, and yellow, same procedure, Q plus 1, that's 2, but she doesn't cross her drive space. So she's still at level 1. She'll build a base. Q minus 1 is 0. She already has 2, so she don't build new bases. And she'll mine on all her mining bases. And she'll sign a new contract. She'll sign a contract with the highest commitment value, but maximum ore plus Q. She has 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, we don't have a commitment value of 5. So she'll obviously take the highest one, the 2 here, and she'll add 1 agent. And she'll transport 0. That's an interesting card. Now it's my turn. What do we have? I need 11, just for the record. I know that's 12, but I need 11 bucks to pay my guys. I could also, I have 4 research. I could increase my drive technology. Then I would reach F and H. But actually I want an asteroid with black. Or because I want to send my miner there. I can reach E. I want to build a mining base here. It costs me 10. But when I build with this guy, it's -7, so only 3. Isn't that awesome? And I got a mining base on Eros. This guy up here will mine another ore, so there's no more black ore left. By the way, the ore colors, they are all the same, but they are different in difficulty to mine. I could send up my miner here, then mine, and then I can bring back ore. If I want to bring back the ore to a ship, I have to sign a contract first. But somehow I don't want to sign a contract because maybe the next ship... Oh, but the ship won't leave without me bringing something there. Okay, let's make this cheap. So number 3 will sign a contract on this ship with a commitment value of 1, which will give me 6 advance payment. 5, that was a 10. 5, 6. And number 2, he can fly 2 units, and he'll fly up this unit up to Eros, and he'll fly this 1 ore to this ship, which I cannot do. Wow, misplanning! Because I cannot reach B. Okay, I made a mistake. I don't want to reverse it here. This is live or almost live. So that was the only transport. Now, this guy can mine. And since he's the miner and he's good in black, for 1 black ore, he gets 2 cubes. So he's just better. And then for the sake of it, the scientist can also serve as a pilot and transport 2 things. And he'll transport at least 1 ore here. And if I put the second ore here, it doesn't give me victory points, but another 10 bucks. Or I just store it in my ore storage in my headquarter for later. I'm gonna pay 11. Yeah, I want the money. I know the designers will cringe, I guess. Again, I'm not the best player here. Okay. Now, all my guys have activated. They cost me 11. This is 11. Go away, 11. End of the turn. Now, this ship leaves, giving me 1 victory point because I have a commitment value of 1 and delivered at least 1 ore. Then 2 times 10, that's 20 credits. And she signed a contract for 2 ore. She only has 1, which is 1 victory point. And she would lose 1 because she has 1 less than she promised. But 1 agent reduces this number by 1. So she's fine. The ship goes away and we have a level 2 ship. With commitments values of 4. Giving an advanced payment of 17. So they're getting better and better. That's the fun part here. That was the ships. Then we have a new employee pool. Again, oops. Okay, we have 2 more pilots. and another engineer. Now green has the first choice, so let's see what they leave for me. Yellow, there's no yellow one to grab. There's no pink one. The pink one is the, who is it? The agent. Then we have blue, which is a pilot, and if there are more than one, she goes from left to right and grabs the first pilot. I wanted to have this one, but there's another one. Let's see. Put the cubes back, and now the yellow AI grabs. Come on, give me orange. That's awesome. Grabs the engineer that he can build. So that's good. That leaves the pilot for me. And I want to have him, of course. He can transport 3. He costs 2 times 5 is 10. I can afford it. And I'll grab him. And since I don't have a free space here, I'm going to replace this standard guy. Put the pilot here. My wage increases by 1. And now I got a pilot. So the pilot, this pilot can transport 3 units in his activation, and this is still my total number of units I can transport within 1 turn. So I have to increase this sooner or later. That's how it works. Then we reset player order. I'm staying last because I'm leading in points. And from these two, they are equal here, so they change places. And we go to round number 3. And we have new discs here. Q is now at 2. This is how the AIs increase their strength and what they're doing. Now, yellow starts. Yellow starts. Research does not increase at all. So yellow does not invest in research. Very interesting. Yellow will build a base if its number of bases is smaller than Q plus 1, which would be 3. And it is smaller, so it'll build a base. It can reach B and D. And oh, it already has one on D. So there's only B. So now I have a second guy mining my ore here. That's not nice. Then it'll mine on all its bases, which is here. I mine black first, then gray. So yellow's piling up tons of ore. It will not sign a new contract because this one is not fulfilled, and it will transport 2 ore. And of course it can only transport ore from planets it can reach, B and D, and then it starts from left to right, so in alphabetical order. 2 ore, that's 1, 2, go here. So this contract is fulfilled and the ship will leave at the end of the turn. Now, Mrs. Green, research goes up by Q, which is 2, 1, 2. At the end it will increase his drive again, her drive again, sorry. She'll build a base. If she has less than 3, she only has 1. So time for a new base. Now she can reach A, B, C, D, E. So all of these guys, maybe C, D, E. And she'll look for the most productive one. This is 6, 7, 8, which is the most productive. And she will look, oh, it's not 6, 7, 8. This is 8, 2, but she already has one there. This is 7, 4. So yeah, she'll take this one, which sucks because I'm there. And she'll build a base on E. Then she'll mine on both her mining bases. One here. Oh, I hope that was right. Yeah, I think it was right. And one, and she go for a black one first, which sucks pretty much because I have my guy there that can mine black. That's mining. She'll sign the contract. Of course she'll sign a contract. And the highest commitment value is the number of ore she has, that's 4, plus Q, that's 6, and the highest commitment value, of course, is 4 here. So she'll sign this contract and she'll add agents, that's Q plus 1, that's 3. And it's always no more, never, and it's never more than 3. And then she'll transport 2 ore from starting C to the ship, of course. Yay! But the ship needs at least 4 ore to leave. Now, guys, let me do something, please. First of all, this guy mines 1 ore, this guy mines black ore, and since he's the good miner, he gains 2 ore from this. I can increase my drive technology to reach all those asteroids. Then I could move ore from E and B. That would be cool. And I could sign a contract here. And I need, no, oh, I moved this wrong. I need 12 to pay my wages. Okay. I'm going to increase my drive technology, which costs 5 research. But if this guy does it, it's -1. So only 4 research. Now I can also reach the asteroids in the second ring here. And this guy has to sign a contract, and he'll sign a contract. He'll sign this contract, which is a 9 credits advanced payment. I just remove 1 and gain 10 for it. That's nice. And then my pilot can transport 3 units. And he'll go, let's see, I cannot reach E the next turn, so I'll take 2 from E and 1 from B. And now 2 go here, and I think 1 I'll store in the ore storage. The ore storage is usually on this board, but again, I don't have enough space for it. Now, I'll put it on the miner as a reminder. This is ore in my storage. Well, the researcher just does what he can do best. He's producing 2 research data. And that's the end of my turn. I paid 12 bucks wages. And here we go. Both ships leave. Now, this ship leaves with 2 ore and a commitment value of 2, which is 2 points for yellow. Bye-bye ship. This ship leaves. Now, the commitment value was 4. She only brought 2 ore, which is 2 points, and she would lose 2 for the 2 she's missing. But these are the safeties here. For 3 she's missing, so no penalty. Go. And then I'll commit it for 2. I got 2, I delivered 2, so I'm in the lead, which is not good always, because I'm always last in player order. And for 2 I get 2 times 9, which is 18. Let's go for 10, 15, oops, 18. 2 new ships arrive. Okay. Now employee pool. I forgot something at the end of the last round. This one got cheaper and this one gets removed. So this is actually how it looks. Now this refills. And what do we have? We have a contractor. We have another miner. We have another miner who's good with gray. And we have another scientist. I don't know if I want any of these. Let's see who's left. Yellow will take... No orange here. I'm not looking. Oh, he'll take the contractor. Or the, I think he's called agent officially. And green will take, all the orange are coming out, yellow, the scientist. Now do I want to have, thinking of getting this miner, he can mine gray for 15. Okay, why not? For 15 I get this guy, 10, 15. And I'm gonna replace this employee. Wage increases by 2. Ooh. And these go back. And this one is removed and this one gets cheaper. Reset player order. So I'm in the lead, so I'm still last here. These two are equal, so they change places. Next turn. Green's turn. What will she do? Research increases by 2. She'll build a base if she has less than 2. She already has 2. Then she'll mine on both of them. She'll mine a black one here and a black one here, which sucks. Man. Now he's almost useless. Okay. She signed a contract. She has 4 ore plus 2, so a contract with a commitment value of up to 6, and there is one. So here we go, and she'll add 2 agents, and then she'll transport 3 ore. She has access to C. That's 1, 2. And does she have access to E? No access to E. Okay, so that's all she can transport. Now yellow. Research 3. 1, 2, 3. She crossed the space here, so finally she increased to level 2. She built a base if she has less than 2. She has 2. By the way, these are always bases on productive asteroids. If there's nothing more to mine, they are kind of... Actually, I remove them most of the time. Then she'll mine on all her mining bases. And she'll sign a contract. She has 5, 6, 7 tons, so she'll take the highest one. There are 2 contracts with a commitment value of 4. Then the advanced payment will kick in as a tiebreaker. That's 14 at both, so she'll take the highest one here. And she'll add Q minus 1 agent. And then she'll transport 3 ore. She'll start with A, which she can reach, so all 3 go here. 1, 2, 3. Now, before I forget, he will mine a gray one, and he, I don't know, maybe I want to transport this guy. And you can only transport employees that haven't activated yet. But I could also transport my gray guy to F. I cannot reach F. I can reach G, that's the next empty planet. B and G. I could this guy to G. That would be awesome. But to do that, I would need to build a mining base on G first. Okay, let's do that. He'll build a mining base, which costs 10 minus 7 is 3 only. I can afford that. And here's my mining base. I can transport 3 things. I want to transport this employee, this miner, to G, because he's good at mining black. And I think I want to transport 2 ore to a ship. Okay, I'm not going to use this miner, so he will sign a contract. And let's see. I don't have agents, so I can only go for 2. I'm gonna go here. Commitment 2. I get an advance payment of 8. That's 8. And then my pilot can transport 3 units. He can transport from B, these 2, to this ship. And he cannot transport this miner because his E is not available. Man! Now, do I want to add... I got one in the ore storage, which I could put here. It wouldn't give any victory points, but 11 more bucks. Okay, I really did not pay attention here. Sorry, bear with me. It's difficult to play, talk, and do the AIs and speak in foreign language. So that's my excuse for playing badly. Now, what I do with this situation... I guess my researcher will research today. That was a bad turn, I'm sorry. Okay, and I have to pay 14. I'll pay 15 here and get back 1. Now, end of the turn, this ship will leave. The ship will give me 2 victory points. 1, 2. And 11 times 2, 22 bucks. 22. That's fun. And yellow, we get 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then we have the employees. Oh, now we're getting to level 2 employees. Tons of pilots. So we have another good miner. We have 2 pilots. Wow, he's damn expensive, but he can transport 6. And we have, who are you? Another miner. And this is a miner that can mine white ore. Oh, this one too. Now let's see what's left after the AIs grab theirs. Here goes purple, that's the first miner, this one. Sorry, that's pink, not purple. Oh, was that pink? Sorry. I think it was a 3. So it was pink, there's no pink, so... purple, okay, here goes purple. And then a second one who leaves. We only have purple and blue. Purple from left to right. Okay. Which leaves me with this miner. I mean, this miner is awesome. He can mine 2 black, 2 gray, and 3 white. But his wage is 6. I'd have to pay 30 to get him. And pay 6 each turn. Nah. I want to have him, but no, I'm scared. I'm too scared I get broke. Okay. Then we reset player order. Obviously green stays first. And we are equal here, so we change places. Turn 6. Green starts. No research advancement. Builds a base if it has less than 3. It has less than 3. And again, it will look at bases which are most productive. This is 8, 5, 7, and it can also reach H. So this is actually the most productive. And yeah, it'll build a mine here, a mining base. And it will mine here, here, and here. Man, they're fast. Then it won't sign the contract because it already has an unfulfilled contract, and then it will transport 2 ore. Now it cannot reach C, it cannot reach E. Interesting. It can only reach F, so it will only transport one ore from F. So if I had managed to fill this up, it will gain 2 points and then lose 1. Let's see. Oh, it's my turn. Next is my turn. These go back. Okay, I think first I'm gonna work on my drive technology. This guy can upgrade for 4, so I don't have to worry about range. Now I can access all 3 rings here. B will mine, and I wanted to move E to G, but I cannot access G. Do we have E and G in the same spot? Yeah, next round. Okay, I'm thinking of don't using this guy anymore because there is not much black left. So I guess this guy will just keep mining. He's so useless since all black ore is gone. This one, the one who is good with gray, I should send up to F. For this I need to build a mining base. We need him to fly, we need him up there, so actually as a scientist for 10 we'll build a mining base on F. Oh, it's 15 here. 15. Oh, can I pay my wages? Yes, I can. Yeah, actually it was a mistake to use him to upgrade the fleet capacity, but yeah, I don't want to reword things here. Then the pilot can fly 3 units. He goes up here, and I can bring back B and E, those 2 ore, and I don't bring it to the ship because I don't have a contract, so it goes to the mining base. And he hasn't activated. For 1 action he can gain 2 cubes out of 1 gray ore. Okay, that was a weird turn. And I have to pay 14 for my guys. And then we have yellow. Yellow. Researchers 3. 1, 2, 3. Builds. No, doesn't build any more bases. Mines. The last one here. This one here. And does he have another one? No, that's green. Okay. And then signs a contract. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with up to 8 commitment values. So that's obviously this one. And he'll add 1 contractor, agent. And he'll transport 4 ore. You can reach A and D. That's 4 ore. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Okay, end of the turn. None of the ships leave. Then the employee pool. Oh, here's another builder, engineer, and here's another, a good scientist. And first choice is green. Green will grab. Blue, a pilot. This pilot. Okay. And then it's my choice. And the problem is I cannot afford any one of those. Oh, that's so sad. So yellow will go for the next pilot. Oh, come on. Okay, these go down to 3, 4 times. 4 times. And then player order. This one stays. We are equal in victory points, and then whoever has the most ore on the ship. So yellow is leading, so it doesn't change. Now advanced turn marker, and here's what's happening now. First of all, our AIs go to level 3, and then we remove some of those cubes here and place them. So now the mix in here has changed. That's the end of round 6, and I guess it's halftime. Time for a break.